Well, even elite with top genes get knocked by life, but occasionally their genes become hot on the black market. Guided by the broker, Vincent dove into a gene auction and met his deal partner Jerome. He used to be a swimming champ with an incredible physique and a brain to match, but a sudden car accident turned his life into a short story next to the pool. Luckily, the accident happened abroad, so the local gene database didn't record his low body paralysis. Vincent thought they didn't resemble each other, but the broker just laughed and replied, "Does anyone seriously study photos anymore? People trust gene test results more than appearances." Vincent desperately needs Jerome's genetic identity for his future. But Jerome's price was Vincent's half salary for his lavish life. They both found the deals too good, so started the makeover, nearsighted, contact lenses, crooked teeth, implants. After a beautification, their appearances matched a bit, but it wasn't enough. Jerome was 61, Vincent only 59. To make sure no one would catch on, he had to undergo a leg lengthening surgery. The post-op pain felt like buying a stress ticket, leaving him quite miserable, but he kept reminding himself that when he finally stood tall again, he'd be 9 centimeters closer to the sky. During recovery, Vincent practiced writing Jerome's name with his right hand to unlearn left-handedness. His determination raised Jerome's eyebrows. I mean, even a mix of all-star genes doesn't guarantee a rocket trip. As for how this underdog had the confidence to become an astronaut, well, he didn't know if he could make it, but he knew that if he didn't give it all he had, he'd never feast his eyes on the starry ocean. As the days went by, Jerome found himself increasingly intrigued by Vincent, wondering what this guy was really thinking. Vincent's obsession with pursuing his dreams eventually clicked with Jerome. He suddenly realized even a little guy stuck in the gutter can look up at the stars. A few weeks later, the big day arrived as Jerome prepared several bags of cocktails and a few vials of fresh blood for Vincent. Vincent didn't disappoint and passed the interview easily with magic tricks. After joining NASA, he stayed alert, like playing dodgeball daily. Every day before work, he meticulously cleaned off any blemishes, ensuring all flaws vanished without a trace. Meanwhile, Jerome prepared his perfect body samples for Vincent, who habitually cleaned his desk before leaving each day. Then, he carefully poured Jerome's top-notch samples and even took the extra precaution of putting Jerome's hair on the comb just in case. After all luck stems from hard work. With years of passion and experience, he excelled at work, and his space plan caught his boss' eye. Thus, in 2 months, he was promoted to chief astronaut and set to fly into space a week later. The speed left Jerome dumbfounded. Perfect genes alone wouldn't cut it. Standing out among a sea of geniuses and getting chosen as an astronaut was the real challenge. Yet, this slightly flawed guy managed to pull it off with ease. Such stellar performance made Jerome take notice, but just when he thought his dreams were coming true, another supervisor mysteriously passed away. However, in his panic, he made a fatal mistake, dropping an eyelash at the crime scene, which didn't escape police scrutiny. Testing showed the eyelash belonged to the vanished janitor, with genes indicating violence. Even worse, Vincent's own brother was in charge, who felt familiar with the gene file photo, but didn't realize danger was nearing. At that moment, Vincent was celebrating with Jerome at the bar, spilling lone-bearer truths after a glass of red wine. "You should go, not me. What's stopping you? Is it your feet?" Jerome's face flickered with a hint of sadness and resentment upon hearing this. Back home, and totally smashed, he decided to come clean and admitted that his paralysis wasn't due to a car accident, but a counterattack from life's heavy burdens. Turns out, Jerome, with his premium genes, had been carrying the weight of always being number one since birth, and the lackluster silver medal became a flaw in his life. One he desperate. The next day, police showed supervisors the suspect's photo, intending to make it public due to their firm belief in genetic determinism. They believed violent, gene-free people wouldn't commit crimes. Thus, the only violent, flawed individual at the scene became the prime suspect. Realizing he was in deep trouble, Vincent's heart raced. Just as everyone picked up on his twitchiness, he quickly yanked off his mood stabilizer and pretended to be totally chill while sneaking out of the danger zone. He thought he could easily act innocent, but fate judged him anyway. Meanwhile, his brother was reviewing the entry and exit logs. In his panic state, Vincent made another fatal error by handing over a paper copy attached to the janitor. Then, he sought out his co-worker Arian, eager to learn about the investigation progress. But Arian confessed his own blunder first. He had secretly snagged a strand of hair from Vincent's notebook for gene testing. But the test results showed Aaron's flawless genes, leaving him embarrassed and envious. His envy towards Vincent stemmed from his own flaws. Although Aaron was also genetically tailored, he carried a high risk of heart failure, making his dreams of space travel seem like a fantasy. However, Aaron took Vincent's words as distrust and promptly yanked at a hair for him to take for Jean. But when Vincent got the hair, he let it drift with the wind, proving he didn't care about Jean's. This boosted Aaron's fondness for Vincent, stirring buried feelings. Next day, police transmitted Vincent's genetic photo to all office computers. Even though he had become quite brazen, he still feared that the truth would surface, and the immense anxiety led to his first ever blunder. The unease in his heart was like a haunting nightmare that wouldn't let go, and ultimately he chose to give up, flushing Jerome's carefully prepared samples down. Jerome, upon seeing this, scolded him for his abandonment, urging him to stop overthinking. Ultimately, Vincent calmed down and realized that flying into space wasn't just his dream anymore, it was a shared aspiration. From then on, he approached his daily life with extra caution, trying not to leave any openings for danger. During this time, his bond with Aaron grew stronger as they decided to hit the concert hall together to enjoy some piano music. As the pianist's fingers danced across the keys, their hearts subtly edged closer to the realm of love. After the show, the pianist surprisingly gifted his gloves to Vincent. Noticed gloves with 6 fingers. The acclaimed pianist was naturally flawed, but it was this uniqueness that allowed him to play the perfect melody, bringing vivid colors to the reality we live in. However, as they drove home, Vincent noticed the police had set up checkpoints on various corners, starting to question passing drivers. So he quickly removed his contacts to avoid people checks, lied he kissed Aaron, and used a fake fingerprint to pass.